All right, class, today we're going to do our weekly water quality testing just to make sure our plants are healthy. So before we go in the lab, let's look at our learning target for today. So we're going to investigate and analyze water quality data to maintain healthy plants. All right, let's look at this first word. What is meant by the word investigate?
I'm trying to find something up.
Okay. Trying to find something else. Give me an example of what you mean by that. What would you be investigating? Or something in life that we investigate? All right, looking for something that's missing. How about you, Michael?
Crimes or something?
Crime. Okay, that's kind of what goes in my mind too, because investigate really relates to crime, like with police officers and CSI that we watch on TV. But in our case, we're going to investigate the water quality. What is meant by that? That we're going to investigate water quality.
See how it's doing.
All right. So we're going to see how it's doing. In other words, be a little more specific. What are we looking for? All right. What are we looking for? And I heard you say bad. If the water's bad, all right. Say bad water. What would make the water bad? I heard you say this word, bad. That stands out. Think about it. So we about to test the water quality for our plants, and you said an indication if we investigate, we're gonna know something's wrong if the water's bad. What would make the water bad? I like that. Keyword. pH is high or low. That is an indication. So I'm gonna draw a line, indicator. So the indicator would be the pH levels. If it's high or too low. So for plants, do we want the pH to be high or do we want it to be low? In the middle. Do y'all remember what would be a good pH number?
See,
That's good. So you remember 6, that's right. So what does what does the number 6 indicate? That the water is what? Let me see if I can get your prior knowledge there at night. The number 6, I keep saying the word. What does the number 6 mean to our plants? The pH level of 6. That's right. It's acidic. Which means that this is what plants love. They love acid in the water. Another indicator that we're going to look at in our lab is how much salt is in the water. Plants love these two. And we put a smiley face. They love that. They love acidic and salty water. But like you said earlier, we don't want it to be too high and we definitely don't want it to be too low. So another word that we're looking at is analyze. What is meant by the word analyze? All right, I like that. Using a deep word to research, because research is a heavy, deep word. There's a lot that goes with that. Same thing with the word analyze. What goes to your mind when you think of the word analyze?
understand.
Okay, understand. 2 good words. So what are we trying to understand? We're trying to understand our data. So you mentioned that our data is going to point to this. If our pH level is too high or too low, we can analyze that by saying what? When we make an analytical decision, our understanding, what do we understand if our pH level, let's say our pH level was a 3. This is an indicator. What can we analyze about that data?
Bad.
It's bad. So if we know this is bad, put a little, if that's bad for our plants, what can we expect to see in our plants? What will we see? I'm walking in the lab, I'm investigating, and I'm trying to analyze, understand the data that we have. And I'm looking at the plant. What kind of things would I see that will show that something's wrong with that plant?
Color change.
Color change. What's a color change that indicates that something is wrong? All right, I heard the word yellow. What's another indicator? Oh man, you on it. Dead leaves. What else? What's another indicator? I'm looking at my plants, yellow, dead leaves. What else?
Overgrown?
Say it again.
Oh no. I said overgrown. Like you know how to some people have too much stuff in it.
I like that. You're saying something. I don't know if you quite understand what you're saying, but that is true. Grown. What do you think he means by the word overgrown? The plants, you said yellow, dead leaves, he said overgrown. What does that mean if I see that the plants are growing? Like I'm using your word, overgrown. Too much or something. What's an indicator that our plants has reached the point that is no longer, I would use a simple word, good, that the plants is going bad in so many words? Mold. I like that's another indicator. Mold. And we've been seeing that a lot with our plants, and that's because it overcrowded. I'm gonna use your word over, and we have seen some problems because our seeds, we put too many seeds in a rock wall, and it's overcrowded, and it's creating this problem, and we need to fix that. Another thing that I was trying to show is that if our plants begin to flower, like we grow on mustard greens, if you see the plant growing tall and you see a flower growing in it, that's an indicator that points to this. That's not good. That means we gotta get rid of that plant because it's gonna start tasting bitter. All right, so in preparation for our water quality testing today in the lab, let's look at it again. We're gonna investigate. You said we're gonna try to find something. And I like your indicators, whether the water is bad or good. And one of the indicators is if the pH level is high or low. And then we're gonna analyze our data. And you guys said we're gonna try to understand our data and we're gonna research it. But we have some indicators that show if our data is good. If our pH levels is like a 6, we identify that that's great. And we also looked at it for indicator our data is a 3, our pH level is a 3, that's not good. So we're using this data to do this, to maintain healthy plants. So this is why we do a water quality every week to make sure our plants stay healthy. All right. So in a minute, you're going to see our class work using the kit to do water quality testing on the plants. All right, we're about to conduct a water quality test in the Agriscience lab. What you see here is our plant parameter chart. The students will log in this week's data for all 6 grow beds. They are looking for temperature that's going to be between 65 to 85 degrees. pH levels between 5.5 to 6.5 to determine how much acid is in our water. We also have EC levels to measure how much salt is in our tanks. And they're also going to test for phosphorus, nitrogen, and potassium. The students learn about the 6 essential nutrients for plants. And these are the top 3 that we're going to focus on for today. So the students are about to conduct water quality tests. Oh, you doing nice. So remember, you're looking for that kind of pinkish color. Oh, actually a purple color.
You shake it after every drop?
Yeah. Okay. All right, hold it. Keep holding about 3 more seconds. 2. Okay.
Down.
Okay. No, it's up to you. What you think it is?
0 points.
Okay. Okay, the students just finished their water quality test on grow beds number 3 and number 4. So we're just going to analyze the data. So we have 71 degrees. If y'all notice, the temperature range should be between 65 to 85. pH levels. What do y'all notice about tank 4? Look at our range that you know it's a little high. Do you think that's going to be a problem area? You think so? Maybe. There's still like a comfort area, but our sweet spot is right in here. So we're going to have to lower that pH level to for the comfort level of our plants. The EC level is, we want it to be between 2 to 3. This data shows that we're a little low, so we have to take some measures to increase the EC level, to increase the salt level. Phosphorus to tank 3 is sufficient, depleted. And then we have problems. We have a lot of problems with our plants. So what do you guys, just analyzing the data, what does that tell us about our grow bed number 3 and number 4? What do you guys think? You think the plants are not that healthy? When y'all came in, I saw y'all observe the plants. What did y'all notice? Leaves were brown. I noticed you said bold. We saw a flower growing. A lot of gnats. I heard you say flies, but it's actually gnats. Where do you think those gnats are coming from? You said, say again? Outside, but we inside. But where do you think the gnats? What's attracting the gnats? The water, and you mentioned another word, the mold. You're attracted to the mold. So we have a lot of overcrowding. We have nutrient levels are low. So this is indicators to let us know that we need to take measures to add nutrients to our plants to make sure they're better. So what we're going to do in the next class is add nutrients to the plants and monitor our plant health over the next week. So that's our class for today. Thank you.